Welcome back to Wrestling World. For today's wrestling news, we'll be getting into the leaked Sami Zayn video, a returning superstar that will play a role in Roman Reigns' story, and one top superstar that has been nowhere to be found in WWE for several months. Before we get into the wrestling news, help us out by clicking that like button below and subscribing with all notifications on if you're new. Let's kick off the wrestling news with this Sami Zayn leaked video. What's all this about? Well, when you read the headline of a leaked Sami Zayn video, you may jump to some conclusions, but this was something that we don't see WWE do that often. So, Sami Zayn had his first annual Sami Awards on a recent edition of WWE Smackdown. Sami Zayn claimed that since the WWE Slammies are corrupt and rigged, he would host his own yearly award show for WWE to show off who the true winners are. Sami proceeded to award himself Comeback WWE Superstar of the Year, WWE Match of the Year, and WWE Superstar of the Year. But there was one big issue. Big E had switched the envelope and graphic, so Big E was shown and revealed as WWE Superstar of the Year on Sami Zayn's show. Big E came out to accept the award before attacking Sami Zayn. That was the end of the segment, but it is a nice little touch and continuation of that segment. WWE themselves leaked this backstage audio of Sami Zayn having a complete meltdown and argument with the backstage Smackdown staff. Sami was yelling and cursing at them for allowing Big E to ruin his WWE award show. WWE backstage reporter Kayla Braxton leaked the audio herself before it was later reposted by WWE. We see no visuals of what's happening, but we hear the audio of Sami Zayn flipping out on everyone on this supposed leaked WWE video. Now, obviously this isn't a real life event and wasn't a real situation that happened. If this was real, then WWE would not have been reposting the leaked audio themselves. WWE reposting the audio is basically the biggest giveaway that it is fake and scripted. But I still enjoyed it because I felt like it added that little sense of reality into the WWE storyline. It felt like a leaked TMZ video or something ripped out of a reality TV show. The WWE award show goes wrong for Sami Zayn and he goes backstage and curses everyone out in WWE. That seems realistic and seems like something his WWE character would actually do. So I found it to be a nice little off-screen touch. Sami Zayn responded to the leaked WWE video and had this to say on Twitter. "Who recorded this? This is a breach of privacy. Take this down now." So Sami's character doesn't seem to be happy with the leak, but it'll be interesting to see how WWE handles this situation and if they will bring it onto television with Sami trying to find out who recorded it. Kayla Braxton was the first who posted it, but it doesn't mean she necessarily recorded the actual clip. So it was a nice little off-screen addition, and we'll see if WWE continues this little side story in any way for Sami Zayn on WWE Smackdown. Help may be on the way for the Bloodline. Roman Reigns and Jey have been holding things down by themselves on WWE Smackdown, but you might have forgotten about the third member of that original faction, Jey's brother, Jimmy. Jimmy has been out of WWE action for a while after getting some surgeries done. He did make some brief appearances towards the start of the Roman vs. Jey WWE feud. He threw in the towel for Jey in the first matchup and made another appearance at WWE Hell in a Cell by attempting to stop Roman Reigns. But he hasn't been seen since. Reason why he hasn't been seen is because of those injuries. He made those appearances for WWE during the early stages of the feud, while he was still recovering, so you have to appreciate that from him. But as far as a full-time return, Jey recently spoke with Pro C-Ban Max and gave an update on his brother's WWE return. Jey had this to say, "Definitely soon, January, February, I'm gonna say, he's doing good. You know, he's been watching me every week, inspiring him. You know, he's calling me after every Smackdown, telling me what I did wrong, what was dope, just everything being a brother, man. I just can't wait to have him out here on the road with me." So the addition of Jimmy to the group and making his WWE return is gonna be really interesting because we don't really know where Jimmy stands right now. Last time we saw him, he was trying to give up and calm Roman Reigns down, but we haven't heard his thoughts on Jey aligning himself with Roman Reigns and doing all these horrible things to the other WWE superstars. So, what will Jimmy do when he returns to WWE? Will he try to contest and go against Roman and Jey, or will he automatically come back and fall in line to join them? I feel like Jimmy should come back by being a little unsure and on the fence about joining Roman, and that's when Roman and Jey would have to properly break him in and force him to fall in line. It doesn't make sense for Jimmy to return and instantly be down with everything that Roman and Jey are doing. It feels like he's gonna need to slowly transition him into making that big official heel turn. So I would expect Jimmy to be sort of like what Jey was towards the start, just undecided about everything that's going on. But once they do break him in, it's gonna be really interesting to see Roman, Jimmy, and Jey all back together as the heel version of the Bloodline. It's crazy to see that 1 year difference for the Bloodline in WWE. Just 1 year ago, they were goofy baby faces covering people in dog food. But now, they have the potential to be one of the scariest trios WWE has seen since The Shield and the Wyatt family. So Roman and Jey have been running the main event scene as a team on WWE Smackdown. But the addition of the returning Jimmy is really going to add a lot to the group. We'll have to see how Jimmy meshes with Roman and Jey. A top superstar has gone missing from WWE Smackdown again, and no one seems to know why. Lars Sullivan made his big return to WWE a few months ago, right around the WWE draft. Lars had a lousy 2019 after suffering a devastating injury and finding himself in the middle of so many outside of the ring controversies. However, he finally made his WWE return late this year before mysteriously disappearing again. It seems like WWE was picking up right where they left off at with him by making him a top heel, but he hasn't been seen on WWE Smackdown in months. Reports claim that he hasn't even been showing up to WWE tapings at all in recent weeks. So what's going on? Apparently, WWE wants to focus on Roman Reigns as the top heel and give him all the time and attention right now. They don't want to split that top heel spot with Roman and Sullivan on SmackDown, so that seems to be one of the reasons for his absence according to reports. But obviously Roman Reigns isn't going anywhere, so what exactly does that mean for Lars Sullivan? Will he continue to just sit out until Roman is out of the title picture, or will he eventually return again to WWE? That's the big question here that no one really knows. We know that WWE likes to wing things on a weekly basis, so it's safe to assume that they don't know what the long-term plan is for Roman Reigns. And as a result of that, they may have no clue what to do with Lars Sullivan either. But we'll have to see what the future holds for Lars Sullivan on SmackDown. Will he continue to sit out? And will he be reintroduced again? He's been missing for so long again that you just can't simply plug him back into the show. He needs to be reintroduced again, so we'll have to see how they handle that situation as well. But what are your thoughts on today's wrestling news? Leave your comments on the wrestling news below. Don't forget to subscribe with all those notifications turned on if you're new, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.